Hey Hugbugs, this episode is brought to you by our friends at Second Look Scripts. Second Look Scripts is your full-scope editing service. Whether it's a script, novel, graphic novel, play, or erotic Babylon 5 fanfiction, you can have your work edited and proofread by Second Look Scripts. The entire process costs just a penny per word. Second Look Scripts is an independent editor who will help find plot holes, question character decisions, and break down your work beat by beat. You'll then be given a fully edited hard copy of your work, as well as a one-on-one consultation with your editor. All of that for just a penny a word. So check out secondlookscripts.com, enter the offer code HUGLIFE, and you'll get an additional 10% off your edit, which comes right back to us and helps support the show. Once again, go to secondlookscripts.com and enter the offer code HUGLIFE. And now, let's start the show.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we going to have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips, I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
Pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
the
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? Just pulling it away from you.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Dan, you're great.
Oh, thank you.
You're wonderful.
So say that's like the podcast version of like
Talking
stealing the quilt on the bed,
Just slowly pulling it away.
pulling the headphone spider. What do you call that thing? An octopus?
I think
Audiopuss?
An Audiopuss is the way to go.
All right, so
Audiopuss,
they
writing that down.
should call it that if they haven't already.
Welcome to the Hug Life Podcast. I'm Monica Nevi.
And I'm Mike Coletta.
And this is our podcast. And we have Dan Duarte with us
Hi,
today.
guys.
I'm
Thanks
so
for having
excited
me.
to have you on the podcast, Dan.
Oh boy,
I'm super
you
excited.
couldn't even let me
No
answer. That's how
pressure.
excited you were.
I'm really into interviewing and not letting the guest answer.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
do. That's my professional way of doing it.
So you ask questions like a 7-year-old asks questions,
Pretty much.
and then before you can finish.
Do you like
there.
unicorns? I like dogs.
Yeah.
Do you like
Oh,
unicorns? Do you like cats?
I like cats.
I'm reading the sky.
You're reading the sky. What's it say?
Reading this
Yeah, I'm just too good at being.
What do you
I
say?
really want to know what the sky says at this point.
Children say the darndest things that they're wrong. Bill Cosby. I keep thinking about him sometimes on accident.
I catch myself accidentally thinking about Bill
damn it,
Cosby.
I'm thinking about Bill Cosby.
What a bummer.
again.
Can I tell you what I saw the other night at
Tell
a
me.
show called Booby Trap?
Tell me. Ooh, I like the name of that show.
Boobies.
No, there was no boobies. There was, however, a bit by a mime.
What?
Which, the mime came out.
Oh
Comedic
yeah,
mime?
we talked
Oh,
about
okay. I
this.
talked.
But
Tell
yeah,
me about it.
tell
I don't know
Mike.
about
I
it.
didn't tell you about this. I think
No.
we told us. We went to the Clippers game together, Mike and I.
Yeah, 'cause we're
the
best friends.
Versus it was the Lillards versus the Griffins,
The
right?
Griffins. Yeah.
the Gryffindors.
Yeah.
So you guys knew what was going on.
We
the whole
did,
time?
yeah.
The
We get- it was-
Slytherins versus
yeah.
the Gryffindors.
There was many touchdowns and
How many innings are in basketball again?
how many? It was the World Series.
It was the World Series of basketball.
It's the eighth period.
Poker.
So there was a mime, and he comes out and he's like basically acknowledges that he's a mime. He's got to make sure that everyone knows that. And he comes back and he holds out a sign that says "Drinks with Bill Cosby,"
Oh no.
and he proceeds to enact a night out as the woman, mind you, not as Bill Cosby. As the woman, like, oh, basically being like, kind of like, oh, me,
Are you
and then
kidding me?
yeah, the whole thing where he lays on this like block and like acts out the entire awfulness of that, the worst parts of that scenario.
What?
But
What a crazy person.
and here's the thing:
Great.
everyone was laughing besides me and Charlene. And by the way, I was sitting in front of T1000 from Terminator 2. And he
Like
wasn't.
the
He
actor
wasn't. He
that
also
played?
did not like it. So now I have so much respect for Patrick.
You know who
What's his
you-
name?
you-
Jason Patrick? No.
You know how you see famous people sometimes in Los Angeles?
I get so excited.
I
So excited.
saw the guy. You see the show True Blood on HBO, the vampire show.
I know what it is.
I
but
saw the
I wouldn't
tall.
remember it.
I saw the tall blonde vampire. He's very handsome. His name's Eric.
They're all
something.
very handsome.
And he's really tall, and he's like from Norway. He looks very like
He's fine
Thor.
with-
He looks like Thor.
Okay, like
Yeah.
like thin Thor,
Like thin, clean cut
like-
Thor.
mhm.
And he was just eating at this restaurant,
Fair.
looking really happy with all of his friends. I felt
would
jealous.
thin Thor be like Thair, like Cher?
I'm Thair.
Thair. Thair's a diva.
Get rid of Thair's hammer.
Someone bring Thair's hammer. Thair's tired.
Hey, Monica, you want to plug your shows?
Sure.
Okay, plug
Yes.
them.
The day this comes out, the 27th, I will be at Red Saloon in San Diego. May 6th, I'm in Chino, California. May 7th, Mike and I both are at
Oh, that's my show.
the
Duh.
improv space next
do you
to
remember
UCLA.
you have shows?
I have a
He
show.
has a show. And May 8th, I'll be at the Chop Shop in Simi Valley. And then I got some other stuff.
Wait, the Chop Shop?
I don't know if that's the same place.
I was like,
I think
is
it's
that
a bar,
Because
honestly.
would your fantasy be performing in a build your own salad bar?
Fuck yes.
Because
You could just eat kale while performing.
that's that your dream. Monica made that kale comedy.
I think
club.
it's a better idea than eating bar food, though, because you'd feel less like shit when you're on stage.
Hell yeah.
I never want to eat that bar food when I perform. I throw
do you
it up.
think you'd
Greasy.
see
Yeah.
a
Makes me
change
tired.
in like the weight of the country if people stop serving like fried foods at bars and replace them with like vegetable snacks?
They kind of. I feel like they're kind of
Like
doing
if
that now a little bit.
you couldn't get fries.
There's
Oh,
at,
you
like
could
a bar.
get
Like
stuff.
if you go to a bar and like I'll have some fries. Like we don't have fries,
Yeah.
but we do have carrot sticks. Like if they just did that
Right.
to you.
Uh,
Or is the ranch the problem?
What's the thing? Like I worked at
dipping sauce
like
is
a
the
little
problem?
Doesn't
in
help, but
Portland little bar, and like where I was bartending and cooking at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Like makes it's.
Like you do because you're a boss. I get
I'm a
you.
boss. Yeah, I can do it all. Even though people see my resume like, "Oh, you're a cook." I'm like, "No, but I would like to make money though." Also, why? Because I can cook. Why? Because I have a skill. It means I should get paid $10 an hour like a child.
This thing is stupid because cooking's a trade.
Yeah,
I like trades.
yeah, it is a. Well, that's the thing. It's just not unionized.
Were you? Oh, that's
in
that's
Vegas
a
where it
good-
is, they get paid like $24 an hour or whatever it is.
Really?
Like 18 to 24.
Cooks
then-
do?
Yeah.
Just that fast at the restaurant.
And like
Cooks
Portland's
get paid?
getting rid of like. So here's the thing: like waiters and waitresses. I used to wait tables. I made a lot of money doing it.
Mhm.
I made for the hours especially, not a lot, but whatever. It was fine.
Yeah.
But like there has to be like people don't realize that the cooks don't get any of this money. Like for the most
Right.
part, Portland they're pretty good about it. They tip you like 5 or
The
10%.
servers give
I'd
you
make like
their
100,
tips.
100 and maybe $125 a week. But that's why I started bartending, so I could at least like make bartending tips on top of
Because
that.
bartenders make lots of money.
Yeah,
in tips, right?
yeah, 'cause they're
Do
like-
they get more than everyone else. You think, like bartenders? Or
Yeah,
is
because
the
drinks
server-
are so expensive, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to do less. They can kind of. It's bartending is the best, honestly. If you
I wanna
want
know-
to deal with drunk people who are like that,
I want to be a bartender. I feel like I'd be a great bartender. Like,
You would
tell me
be.
stories too.
but it is
Tell me
kind
your
of
stories
depressing. And then
woes.
for me, I start drinking a lot when I do
Oh
it.
no.
yeah, I know.
Do you,
All my bartender friends like drink a lot.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
get-
why I quit.
But
originally.
are you not supposed to drink? Do you drink while you do it?
Oh yeah,
That's not
oh,
all-
duh.
It's not allowed,
You
but
have
people
to.
do it all the
I would
time.
show up
Really?
so hungover
Like, all of my
already
friends do.
that you have to like start the day with I call it my smoothie, which was 4 types of flavored vodkas by 3 olives,
smoothie?
and sometimes some pomegranate by Pearl. I like that in there, and then a Red Bull, sugar free, of course.
Oh, nice.
And then cranberry juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, grapefruit juice.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You're like any
Would it-
flavor.
And I
Would it
felt
have?
amazing
Would it-
within 45 minutes, and
Really?
then 3 hours later, I wanted to die again. But like,
Oh, no.
I just went out and got high with my boss, and then it was like that's when I started getting high, because the hangovers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't like the anxiety the next day. Like I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna forget how to breathe if I go to sleep. Like everything is just fear.
I'm gonna forget
Like when you're driving, you're just like, oh, everything. Oh, I'm like, I can't stay in the lines. I can't. Oh,
Oh
I
man.
can't do anything.
Sounds terrible.
It is.
I think you should patent your smoothie though. By patent, I mean like publish and make a cookbook.
Just make it. It's the Long Island,
Yeah.
basically.
It's a Long Island?
It's like a
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
just
fruity
a
Long
shake.
mixture of different alcohols. That's
Ooh, sounds good though. Hey, you know what else is fun? Rating and reviewing and subscribing to the podcast on iTunes.
real slow today.
We should do that. You guys should do that. Rate and review and subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher. We're on Stitcher as well. We're also on Racketeer Radio
Yes.
Thursdays at 7 p.m.
Is that like a new Stitcher thing, or what is Racketeer?
It's an online radio
it's an online
station
radio
from Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
nice.
It takes our podcast and plays them the day after.
Oh, nice.
On the radio.
I was doing one for Digital Revolution Radio, but like they made us play
Ooh.
live, so we couldn't tape it ahead of time. We had to like do it live.
Yeah.
Oh,
At
that's
6 p.m. on
cool,
Tuesdays.
I did one of those last Monday.
Oh, was it fun?
Yeah, it was actually really because people can call in and stuff.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this lady was so drunk.
Oh, boy.
And called in, and she was supposed to win a contest. Like it was like you're supposed to guess this movie, and she never told us the answer. She just told us this whole story about how she's 50 and she went on a date with someone that was 35.
I'm 50.
And then she got off the phone, and I was like, I have so many more questions for her. Hold on, can I
That
call her
sounds,
back?
that sounds like a good. That's a fun
It
call.
was great, yeah.
Also, you can go to our Amazon banner and buy yourself a microphone and start your own radio station if you
Yeah.
want to.
You might as well.
They have everything on Amazon. So what you do is you go to huglifepodcast.com, click on our banner, and then shop as you normally would, and we get a little kickback, and it helps pay the hosting fees for the show, and it helps me out, and it makes me feel so good when you guys do it. It makes Monica feel good, too.
Yep.
She feels
Do
great.
people actually use it? Do people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, we get.
Oh, well,
we've
if you're
gotten-
gonna order, you might
Those
as well.
headphones you're wearing.
Oh, you use your own
We've
code.
gotten we've had other people use our code too,
Yeah.
and we've gotten money for it, and
That's
it's
great.
very helpful because it helps pay. Our hosting fees aren't that much a month, so people actually will.
Well,
Get
people
us some
don't
stuff.
know. Like to do stand-up comedy, like I came down here 3 years ago or whatever to do it, and
Uh-huh.
then it's so easy to get sidetracked and just trying to survive here.
Yeah.
Right.
So anything that you're doing that is art is often not responded in that sort of like with money really.
Yeah.
Here. You can't get paid for shows
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
how does a comedian make his money? Little things like this, but like yeah, a lot of us have to have side jobs and it's
Yeah.
not the best. And
Good
obviously
jobs.
like a lot of people have jobs they hate too, but
Mm-hmm.
it detracts from the
Survival is important down here.
it's much appreciated.
Survival's important in
Yeah.
general, I think.
Nah,
but
just down here. I mean, up there, it's not a big.
Well, things
deal.
are beers
Just
down
there.
here are $8 in case
That is
anyone
true.
doesn't know that. If you come
Unless
to
you get them
LA
at the
for
store.
a Coors Light.
for a Coors Light,
yeah, it's not like
yeah.
a good
I remember
beer.
I got like, oh, what's your cheap beer? Budweiser,
That's-
5. Okay, that's reasonable.
I think that's worse because I feel like the only pro of drinking a lot of beer in public is that you're in public.
Yeah.
But here in LA, it's like they encourage you to drink alone because you're buying it from the store as
Yeah.
the cheapest possible
you have
option.
to. You have to.
Los Angeles just enables you.
Yeah. To
Well, they
alcoholic
drink
by yourself.
alone.
I
Yeah.
spent like almost. I would say every meal I had was probably $35 here,
Damn.
with 2 beers maybe.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's
ridiculous.
It is,
it's crazy.
and it's not. Well, it's not, I wasn't eating it like. Chili's, but like
Hey.
I wasn't going for the deals. Like I was,
Oh, we're gonna
I
get to
was.
that, don't you?
Oh
worry.
yeah, I'm
Mhm.
excited.
You guys got a lot of. Well, you're in a good spot if you like chain anything around here because there's a lot of chains.
You,
this
know,
area.
you now know why I chose this place. I have a love of
Yeah.
chain restaurants. We talked about it before on the podcast, Dan, but I really
They make
like
me want to
them.
die, but yeah,
I
go
really
ahead.
love them. I love chain restaurants so
I'm
much.
so excited for later.
Oh yeah, I don't even know actually what she planned either. So
What
this is
is-
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be real fun. But I don't know. I think I find it like a safety in chain restaurants from my childhood that I used to go to.
Which
Like Red
ones are your
Robin?
Red? Yeah,
Red Robin?
They've gotten so much worse.
Denny's. Red Robin has the minute they got rid of the baskets and started trying to be fancier and not
Yeah.
be themselves, it really hurt them.
Oh, they got fancier.
Yeah, and by fancier I mean they
Well,
put
they're
the
gourmet
fries
burgers.
in these like metal rings with no bottoms on the
Oh,
plate,
yeah,
so
I
it
forgot
like
about that.
makes it like its presentation. But just put it in a fucking basket. Everyone wants
Oh,
it in
really?
a basket
I
anyway.
haven't been there. I want to go see this new fancy
You and
Red
I
Robin.
can go to the Red Robin in
We will
Burbank if
treat
you
you
want
to
to.
some Red
I would love to go to Red Robin. There's one in
Robin
Burbank. We Burbank. In Burbank.
Burbank. There's a.
Would you like to go to the Red Robin in
went to the-
Burbank?
Going to the Robin Rouge in Burbank.
I'm ready to go
Oh
down.
my gosh.
Oh man,
Well, that's what we're calling it now, Burbank.
Burbank.
Yeah.
I like Audiopuss.
I do like Audiopuss as well.
We're just kind of. We need just a whiteboard.
A whiteboard to
just
write stuff down.
uh-huh.
That's the key.
Or just on your wall.
Just write in crayon.
I do like how LA likes their textured white walls.
They really are into textured walls.
It brings out the dirt in the summer when it's stuck to
Because
the.
everybody's high as fuck,
Yeah,
so they need
yeah.
something to like rub against.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Is there anything else we need to plug before
No,
we
we're
hear
done.
some good news?
Let's do some good news. You want me to do good
Do
news?
it,
You threw.
yes.
I do good news
I
stories.
mean, if you
Yeah.
guys want to use the app Nug, you can still use
I'll
our
plug where I
promo
work, I
code
guess, now is
Hug Life.
the Industrial Urban Kitchen down in downtown LA.
you can plug. Yeah, plug your
If you
restaurant.
want to stop by and
Yeah.
there's a window you can watch us work. It's really awful to actually have you guys do that,
I'm
but
gonna
I
just
can't
kinda
wait to come
stare
watch
at you
some
guys.
it's unnerving.
You should not have told Monica any
Yeah.
of that. That's a bad idea.
Oh, hey.
Those people aren't buying anything, and they're just watching you, Dan.
I always do it.
All right.
Just bring a sign that
so-
says Dan's the best.
I wish it would be great if it was like was it Good Morning America or whatever? But it just,
We just stand behind
Uh-huh.
and try to get on TV.
So we got some good news stories, and I got a lot of them lately this week from like technology things that are like cool and up and coming. So that'd be
Cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Researchers accidentally make batteries last 400 times longer.
Accidentally.
Accidentally, they were trying to make a battery because batteries are lithium batteries.
yeah.
Have liquid inside, and that's why batteries don't last. Is they corrode.
Oh.
So they were making them with gel and gold, and it just happened to last 400 times longer, and they don't know why.
And gold.
And like the
Is it,
gold
like,
nano
super
tubes or
expensive?
something like that. Yeah, it's probably really expensive, but they were making it, and they did it on accident. So batteries now on
Gel and
these-
Gold was my rap
Mhm.
name in the 90s.
Gel and Gold?
Gel and Gold.
Oh,
Gel and
so here it
gold?
is.
Yeah.
Instead of lithium, researchers
that.
at UC Irvine, California, have used gold nanowires to store electricity. So it outlasts traditional lithium ion. But I thought it was cool because it's like, hey, you know what? Look at that. We got fast batteries. It's
When do we get them as the public?
probably like a year or two from now.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Honestly.
I'm surprised how cheap TVs are now.
TVs are
Right?
so
They're like $300
cheap.
for a 40-inch.
Yeah.
Way
Makes me
cheaper
look like
than
a
they
real
used to be.
ding dong because I have that 32-inch I bought for like $360, and I'm like,
Oh,
gosh,
Really?
now
You
it's like
should have
a
waited
total
next
ding-dong.
week.
I should just waited a
Waited
year.
next
Waited if I waited
Always
a year,
wait
I
a
could have
week.
gotten like a 40-inch
Yeah.
for that same price.
It's like when you buy a laptop, you're like, it makes my stomach turn over. Like I get sick when I have to buy a laptop because I just
yeah.
know it's like
Right,
driving
you're
a new
like-
car off the lot.
This is a hand-me-down laptop from my mom.
Always go
I love
refurb.
it. I love it.
You can get to Apple Refurb actually.
Apple
Yeah.
refurbs
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
Hey, Apple refurb, you're great. Never change.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll give you a new model inside of an old case.
Really?
For the price of last year's. Still not cheap. It's still
That is
it's still like all your
Oh,
money.
Apple, yeah. But those, I feel like that's still like,
That's a great You
a
can
better
save
option.
20% or something like that.
and it's gonna last.
And not to buy it from some weird on Craigslist who God knows how much porn they watched on it
Right.
and how many dick prints. Around.
The cops are gonna show up at your door
Oh,
for
God.
no reason. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh, cops, I hate.
Gosh, I hate these news stories that turn out to not really be good news
Did you
stories. They're
read
just
them
weird
before?
plugs.
They're
That's-
just weird
that's
plugs?
the only one that I didn't read.
Are you clicking on all clickbait stories?
No.
Are you going to the
It's
bottom
like,
of?
here's 12 celebrities you didn't know were
This is
gay.
this is funny,
Yeah.
and it's not a really
See,
good
it
news
looks
story.
like they're ads, but they're tricking you. It's not real.
So you guys don't want to buy Tide?
I don't. Why do I make my
We
dick
already
bigger?
have-
Did you
I'm
guys
watching
know
porn.
Did you guys know that Tide lasts 4 hours longer? So this is just a
How do
fun
you make
story
you last
about
4
Ozzy
hours
Osbourne.
longer?
You ready?
Oh, wait, Tide for your wiener?
For my wiener.
Mhm.
For my ween.
Tide Pods for your wiener.
Tide Pods for your Tide Pods.
It's
for your
like
dog.
it's like Viagra, but it's fresh. It makes it smell fresh.
That's good.
hmm
fresh
I think
linen
you're onto
scent.
something. there.
I've got
It's a
I
great
got more
news
of them.
story.
You asked me.
Great news.
This isn't really
It
a
smells
good news
awesome.
story, but it is a news story, and I thought it was fun.
Uh-huh.
Ozzy Osbourne's DNA has been sequenced to see how he's still alive after a life of hard drug use and drinking. His full genome was sequenced and analyzed by American researchers who uncovered mutations related to addiction, metabolism, and Osbourne's Neanderthal ancestors.
What?
Yeah, so he's genetically modified to survive all
Just-
the drugs he's done.
So he's like a cockroach. Oh, they should do Keith Richards
Yeah.
next, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
and like Mario Lopez. He looks too young for how old he is.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although
Well-
reveals because of these mutations, he's more likely to experience hallucinations on marijuana.
I wonder. I wonder.
Yeah, I've never.
Isn't that crazy,
I
though?
don't
You don't-
even know if I've heard of people hallucinating on weed.
Well, you can close your eyes sometimes and you'll see like kaleidoscopes with good stuff, but it's not all of them.
All right, here's a fun medical research fact. An injection of a protein called IL-33 reverses Alzheimer's-like symptoms and cognitive decline in mice, restoring their memory and cognitive function
Wait,
to the
what does?
same levels as healthy mice in the space of 1 week. It's called it's a protein called IL-33, and it reverses all Alzheimer's symptoms in mice.
All
Which
of
is-
them?
All of them. Like, it actually will get your memories to come back, which is weird.
Do you eat it?
Give it a pat.
I think you inject it.
Okay. Sounds good in your brain.
Mm-hmm. Isn't
In
that
the
crazy,
soft
though?
spots. Yeah.
I love reading about these medical things, even though
See,
they're far
it's-
off. It
we
makes you
think
feel
it's the end of the
optimistic
world,
and
but
good.
we're gonna live forever.
We're gonna live. They actually
I'm
were
kind
saying
of afraid of that.
They actually were saying that like
It's
this-
gonna be so
We're
depressing.
shit.
we're
I'm gonna
getting
have-
close to the generation that's gonna like live for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like it could be.
They're
us,
gonna
it
live
could
forever in a
us.
horrible Earth full of pollution and
That's a really
Right.
hot and gross
and
earth.
the
Full of car
oceans
payments.
are boiling.
Okay, solar powered plane takes off from Hawaii, and this.
They're gonna have to
It was-
live like 300 year long lives in like Soylent Green, like in the worst future possible.
I know.
That's a bummer.
And they're gonna have so much
I wanna
fun. You
die.
guys are great. Don't forget. This plane was grounded, and it's a solar-powered plane, and it breaks records because it can seriously just fly for like days at a time.
How big is it?
It's
Like big enough to carry stuff?
that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like it can carry
Oh,
anything.
that's what
But
L.
it
Ron Hubbard
holds a
needed.
pilot. It holds a pilot that flies it. But yeah, I thought that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is cool. I mean, these are all things where you're like, oh, if they keep
these are,
going
I
with
thought they were
that,
nice because
then-
they're like optimistic things. And now here are the two really good news stories.
Okay.
These have already happened. Today I learned famed molecular biologist James Watson put his Nobel Prize up for auction in 2014 due to financial hardships.
Oh, man.
It was sold for $4.1 million and was promptly returned to him by the buyer. So this person just gave this molecular biologist $4.1 million.
That's amazing.
How do you do that? I was thinking about
That's a lot of money to.
sky cars.
Jesus.
Sorry.
You guys get distracted by flying cars.
You
I was
went
really-
from solar planes to
I
flying
was like, why
cars.
do they need to stay up in the air that long? For sky policing. That's why.
The minute you
Figured
make
it out.
sky cars, you're gonna need sky police.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Scientist Dan Duarte.
I thought that was neat. And then the last story is fun. Michigan cop buys a car seat for struggling dad instead of issuing him a ticket. It's nice.
Oh, he's like,
So he pulls the guy over
Yeah.
and his kid's not in a car seat and he's like about to give him a ticket. He's like, I'll buy you a car seat. And he bought the guy a car seat. That's so nice.
Those are the good ones. Not everyone sucks.
and then the guy
you guys.
sold it for marijuana money.
Cop didn't even check to
No,
see if he
he-
was loaded.
Yeah,
He was loaded.
This was
Super
not-
high with
It
his
sounds
kid
like
in
a
the
nice
car.
story. He's really
He
dick.
just gave this heroin
He
addict
should
a
have
car
taken that
seat
kid
to
away
sell.
from him. Is what should have happened.
That's hilarious.
Maybe take the kid away
Yeah,
next time.
and
Instead
then-
of
Here's a
mine.
car seat, but I'm taking the kid.
Yeah, but it's coming with me.
That's great.
Oh my goodness, Monica, that's the good news. Do you guys feel good about the news?
I feel good
Yes.
about. It's not bad news.
I feel good about
You feel
the
good about
news.
sky cars?
I feel good about learning. I feel like I feel like if Ozzy Osbourne is why he's able to survive these things. I think a lot of comedians probably have whatever trait he
It
has
did
too.
say in the thing that he also is able. He gets addicted to things more
Yeah.
easily, but he does like have this defense.
We're like people like me and
guess
Riley.
so.
We'll just wreck ourselves, and then we'll actually go get our like livers checked, and we're fine.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
why?
it's always super interesting.
Yeah,
Because
like how I.
you're superhuman, Dan.
Well,
Don't you know
that's
that?
true.
It's the beard.
It's the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Have you listened to Ozzy Osbourne though? Like, it's
Yeah,
not like, it's not like
it makes sense why I stutter too. I guess.
he didn't keep his talking. He lost his talking.
I just understand. I get all the times.
he's not dead, but he's still.
But then
there's
he
some
could
side effects.
He could only communicate through singing. Really,
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
true.
it's-
how
He
could
sings
he?
beautifully.
How could he sing like that? But when he talks, he's like a critter. I don't even know what he did.
critter?
I did. Like, what, there's this broken little robot thing in the corner, just like sparks are coming out of his mouth.
It's a little critter over there.
walking
It's
into
like
the
a
wall.
weird old critter in the corner, Ozzy Osbourne.
Scuttles from hole to hole.
Monica.
Yes.
What's the next segment?
Well, we're gonna positive spin.
Oh yeah, we're going to positive spin. What are
You
you positive
excited
spinning?
about
I'm
this?
excited. So, do you want me to tell you what positive spin is, Dan?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, well, it's you and
Or
I
you
are on
just
a
go with
team
it.
together. We're playing
no,
a game.
We're not.
Oh,
That's not
who's on a
positive
team?
spin.
Oh, I guess that's not
That's
positive spin.
That's top 5 turnaround.
I just want to feel like we're on a team.
Do you
I mean,
know-
we are all on a
Do you
team
want
right
her
now.
to explain the game to me?
Yeah, she can explain it. Oh, gosh.
This isn't really a game, but we're gonna take one topic that maybe people don't like,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna say some good things about it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Mike and I were remembering when we were all in Seattle, and you had your guitar on stage, so we know that you know how to play guitar. Acoustic guitar.
That's a common mistake. But yeah.
I don't know how. So we thought maybe we would positive spin the guitar guy at a party, you know, like the acoustic guitar guy that just starts
That everyone
playing out of
hates.
yeah, and
Yeah,
everyone's
oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Who brought?
Do
the
you
fucking
hate the
guitar?
acoustic guitar guy at the party?
I hate
Are
it,
you
and
the
I
acoustic
But
guitar?
have you
no.
been
Here's the
guy?
thing: I'm so bad at guitar that I could only play my own songs. So I only would play my comedy songs for people, as
You
I
know
don't
what?
know any real songs.
You know what?
Except for
Mad respect.
songs about rainbows by Kermit the Frog or whatever.
Mad respect to you for that. That's great.
Uh-huh.
Because I hate the guy that's like, oh, there's a guitar here, and he just picks it up.
Who wants to hear some
like-
Wonderwall over and over again?
Yeah. I tried. I know. I would try to do like
That's pretty impressive,
I think I would
Thank
try to do Bush's Glycerin because it's a really easy one.
There you go. I've just heard
yeah.
Wonderwall so many times in my lifetime.
But isn't that always fun to sing?
No, that
Never on
that
purpose.
That was the problem with the Jack Johnson.
Oh,
when
fucking
Jack Johnson
bubbly
like,
toes or
broke.
what?
Yeah.
if
Like,
I hear
it was
banana
like,
pancakes one
Yeah.
more
Oh.
time, I
Think
will
about banana
murder
pan- you just
I
wanna
will choke
fucking-
you with a banana and a pancake.
What do you rather hear? Chinese chicken or banana pancakes?
Oh god.
China, the Chinese
Yeah,
chicken,
or
I don't
chicken
know.
cherry cola. So do you
Yeah,
want?
yeah.
It's always chicken. Yeah. See, Savage Garden's fine.
Savage Garden's great.
I love those songs that no one actually knows the words to, but
I
people
want
get
you,
really
need you.
excited.
I'm a little bit closer.
breathe a little bit higher, and do it too, 'cause I can do it. Ooh, I know that I know. Ooh, I try to find out. That was exactly
You know
when
what we
people
should do?
stopped listening.
I was thinking about improv karaoke. Well, we can play the music, but we
don't know the words?
No one gets the words.
Oh,
So, but you have to go for the whole
That
song.
would be fun.
That is
or until you get
fantastic.
buzzed out.
Oh, that's a
You're
great
buzzed
idea.
out.
What
Like,
can
those
we-
were the actual words. You're out.
All right, that's the new show we're running.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about like
We don't have to have any fancy equipment. You just play the song.
Or people showing up, because everyone likes karaoke.
We need to give people the lyrics in the song, though, so they have something to go off of. Right?
You give them the title of this. If they don't even know what it is, even better.
Oh, so you just give them the melody,
the
the
instrumental,
music.
My friends would give me like songs that we didn't know, like German songs that are in there, like the German Heibelschmidt, and it gives you the words, but I don't. I'm just like I don't know how it's. Yeah, it's all over German songs.
That's my favorite song. That's my favorite song.
Yeah, Gerbelheimer.
That's a great idea.
I like it.
But so how do you positive spin the guitar guy, though? How do you
here's
make
the thing.
it good?
If you're not the guitar guy, it's automatically better. So he's making you a better person by he's out douching everybody in.
So he makes you look better.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay,
he's taking the douche limelight.
Do you think that? And I gotta think this one person that's interested in it, it's into it. It's like, ooh, I love live music forced upon.
Well, no
me.
one's like. Here's the thing. It's not like sometimes there is a guy playing it and no one's listening, but usually a couple people are like at least feigning interest.
Like, oh yeah,
a couple people smoking a joint. Yeah, and then.
Do you think because I feel like the reason that he does it is to draw the attention of the ladies. Do you think ladies actually?
I think some ladies
does that work?
are into it.
I am not a lady. I would
Michael.
I am a lady and I am so into it.
You're into it?
What kind of shoes is he wearing?
Playground.
Vans that don't, like the boat ones that don't have the
the chucks or the chuckas.
The yachting shoes.
Sure.
Yachting.
No socks.
No socks.
No socks.
No socks. All yachting.
His pants kind of rolled up.
No shirt, no shoes, all yachting.
Does he have a man bun?
Yes.
Of course he does.
And is it does it look okay on him though?
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
He's still like a kind of attractive guy.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you were to talk to him in conversation, you'd be like, I'm not
Is he
really
singing
sure.
like-
He's just like, you like Dave Matthews?
Is he singing like a little out of his range?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's uncomfortable. You've got to, I think, I don't ever try to sing better than I could think I can. If you're gonna, always make it funny.
Always make it funny. When in doubt, make it funny.
Because
it's fun.
Yeah, it's
and
fun.
then people won't take you seriously, but they'll still enjoy being around you because you're so loose and cool and optimistic and fun and outgoing.
Yeah.
Like sing Jolene as if your heart really is breaking. Like try to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Right. Yeah. Crying at parties is very popular.
If anything, it's teaching the guitar guys how to really be.
Who gets more attention, the crying girl or the guitar guy?
Crying girl.
Mm-hmm.
What if she started crying because of the song he was playing?
Oh,
she's
because
like,
it was their song and they broke up.
She's like,
and now
I
he's
love
playing
the
it
sweater
for another
song by
lady.
Weezer, and she just starts crying.
Yeah,
that was our song.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Well, the guitar guy though, here's the thing: like, you still can if you go up talk to that guy, he can teach you a few chords.
He can.
And who doesn't like learning?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love chords?
Yeah.
3 chords tops, but
He's
he
like,
can
I got
teach
C, D, and A, girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really that? I mean,
the only chords I got are T, N, A. That's what I would say if I was
Those
a
aren't
guitar guy.
chords.
I
There's
know
A,
one
but
chord and
I
it's
don't think
D.
Oh, that's good. That's way better. That's a good one.
the umbilical cord. Yeah.
I only know one chord. It's the
You
umbilical
only
cord.
hear that.
When I put a baby inside
That's
of
the
you.
chord you hear when you're born and then when you die.
Oh.
You're
the umbilical
really close to your mom. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
think.
Is this poetry?
Your mom
It's like,
is
yeah, you
Lord.
release DMT and then you hear the umbilical cord.
You hear the umbilical.
I can't describe it.
What does
we
that
don't
sound
we don't know
like?
we don't know the sound.
I see. If you heard it, you would remember.
That's why
but
we
you
forget
can't
as
mimic
babies
it without-
because we hear that sound and we're deaf for like 2 years, I think.
and we don't have
We're
form
mentally deaf.
memories for a while.
Uh-huh.
So
What's your first memory?
My first
Like-
I
memory?
was thinking about this the other day. Weird.
I was actually thinking about this 2 days ago. My
Uh-huh.
first memory is walking my brother to kindergarten when I was like 4 then, I think. But I have faint memories before of being in the duplex in Alaska I grew up in.
Were you just like, oh yeah.
Where I was like 3 or 4. Like it's very faint. I don't know
3
which
or
one.
4 though? It seems kind of late.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Were you
dumb.
reading by 4?
I think.
Were you
I was.
potty trained? You were.
I was potty trained
Okay.
before.
But
I
so you
had
don't remember being potty trained.
I remember that I had some pretty dope spaceship curtains, like space shuttle curtains.
Okay.
And then I took my brother to school, and then the neighbors next door had a Super Nintendo for their grandkids that never visited. And we would
Oh,
always
that's the
play it.
best. That's the
Yeah, we would
best.
play it a lot.
Did they have a lot of games?
They had Super Mario World, which is the key. That's all you really need. If you're a kid and you have Super Mario World, you got it.
Because you can play it over and over again.
You can, and there's so many secrets
so
in that
many-
game.
Until you get rock and roll racing, and that's all you want to play.
Oh, rock and roll racing! Just don't stop playing.
Speaking
with
of
my
Ozzy
heart.
Osbourne, yeah.
Stop tugging on my
Nothing like a
heartstrings,
MIDI
Dan.
version of Paranoid to back up your
A polyphonic version.
Yeah, your multiplayer by yourself racing against 3 other computer players.
It's the best.
I
What's
know.
your first memory, Dan?
Well, it's a toss up between. There's one I get confused between dreams and memories sometimes. I don't know what that's called, but It's
You
unfortunate.
told me your movie dream, and that was fascinating.
Yeah,
He dreams in movies, like long dreams.
long full.
Like he's got full epics. I don't dream
we
like that.
might have to talk about this later, but I have really weird dreams, and they usually like it doesn't really make sense, but it's like a long.
Like there's
like
things.
there's different weird parts that you're like those don't fit together, but then they do. It says like one story. I have a blog post on my website.
Like somehow
from
you
last
got
week
from,
of exactly.
It's like The Hangover, but everything's entirely different. Like you're going through like door after door, but it all makes sense in the dream.
yeah, you're like somehow this is still.
And then
I
like
don't know.
yeah, like you're one thing. You're like one time you're just running from like I don't know, like sand wizards, like wizard robots, and then you find out that you're with a wizard. You can raise the sand and like block them with a wall. And then but like the problem is I always end up like having magic powers in my dreams.
That's
and
good.
then having to be the one that has to like do all these like.
Oh, you want to be a spectator?
I just don't. It's scary. Like I have to like
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Like I woke up one time. I woke up in a dream. It feels like waking up. I wake up in a dream, and then I'll have like I woke up with like I'm like holding a flashlight. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then someone's like, come down here. Like it's like all these like it looks like almost like a kid's playhouse, but like almost like Brazilian style, like
Is this
favela.
a nightmare dream?
They're all I call them. They're the scary adventures.
Scary Adventures?
Yeah, they're
Scary
you call them
Adventures
nightmares.
with Dan
You give the nightmares
Duarte.
power.
Your new podcast is Scary Adventures with Dan Duarte, and you just make a choose your own adventure. You make other people go through your dreams to choose your own
Or
adventure.
it's just me with a day off walking around Hollywood.
Scary adventure.
So I'm not
Scary
saying no
adventures.
to anything because I am. That's how I got robbed. I remember I told you I got robbed in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. I saw it on
Defrauded,
Facebook.
defrauded.
I didn't know what exactly happened, but I saw on Facebook that you got robbed.
Well, a guy asked for a cigarette, and then I gave him a cigarette. Then he's like, "What do you want to buy some?" And I was like, "What did he say?" You want to buy some? I was like, "I think he meant heroin," but I was like, "Oh no, I'm all set." He's like, "Oh, I got weed. I got this and this." I'm like, "Oh, you got weed? Like how much?" And he's like, $50 for a half ounce. I'm like, "That's a pretty good deal." Yeah, I want this weed. So then I walked with him for a really long time. Stopped like a liquor store that I thought his family owned. He went and talked to this lady that was sitting upstairs like crocheting. And then this comes not really back into play later. So I was like, okay, this guy's a guy, you know, and I thought he was Latino. But then I was like telling him I was in the military and stuff. He's like, just know you're a cop. You're not a cop. Am I? I'm like, no, I was in the military. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm Syrian. I'm like, I don't know how that feels now. Like I told him I was in like, oh yeah, I was in Baghdad, like same team or something. You know? He's like, you got family over there? You're like,
Don't
yeah, but they're in the
worry.
army and they're safe.
team.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was like, okay, and then we went to his like uncle and aunt's like apartments.
So
And
you
he
had an adventure.
had me, yeah, because I can't.
Had you
If I
over-
leave it's stressful. If I leave the house, I may, and anything can happen. Anything.
That's true.
Literally anything can happen. I will be me in Vegas. I will never go back
You
there.
find adventure yourself.
Yeah, I just.
That's kind of cool though. I feel like I wish I was more that kind of person.
And I
but
love
when
pot.
it does
So if you
happen,
want
I
to give
get
me a good deal
scared.
on pot, I'm like, oh yeah, it's
Everyone
like catnip.
give Dan a great deal on pot.
And then he's like, well, the thing is, right before he went inside and didn't. This is the weird thing. He like had me wait on the outside. He left his like puffy vest, which is way too hot that day to have a puffy vest outside.
Who has a
and a
puffy
bottle of
vest
water that I bought
anyways?
him at the liquor store. I was being nice to this guy. I was treating this
Yeah.
drug dealer. I thought, he's gonna give me, it's a shot. I like to make friends.
Yeah.
Big people pleaser, even with rapscallions. And he's like, this isn't like you still have like you're okay. Like you still have some money like to get down to like LA. I'm like, yeah, fine. And he went inside and just didn't come out. But he did say we wanted to do heroin before he went inside, so he might have just like died or something.
Or
So he stole
fallen
50.
asleep.
He
But I
stole
was-
$50.
I was
from
out there
you
for
then.
at least an hour. My phone died, and like there's like cops driving by, and I'm like, like, and there's like a little dog like barking incessantly every time I like talk like rap on anything I was rapping on.
So he stole $50 from you then.
He defrauded me, I guess, as Andy Wood said. Name drop.
He defrauded you. That's stupid. Let's
I was
get
like,
him.
yeah, let's get him, right?
So
I
is
know.
that-
I know where his uncle. I know exactly the house that he went into.
That's true. You could be like, hey man,
Hey,
you
man,
owe
I'm
me
back.
a half ounce of weed.
Back for that weed.
Then you come back like a year later.
Yeah. Hey, you get that weed you owe me?
Hey man, just like totally
Just
friendly.
been waiting here
Get the
this
weed
whole
yummy?
time.
I've been living
So-
in Oakland until you came and gave me that weed.
We're like, we're in our 70s, and he's somehow still living there.
So that's the
I
first
remember
memory
you.
you remember? That was the first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Is it cool
No.
if I open a window in here? You guys cool
Yeah,
with it?
please.
As long as it's not loud. I was
yeah.
just realizing though that we didn't bring any lights in
It's
here.
locked. Oh, the window? Or
Oh, it's gonna be a nightcast.
Yeah. Well, I'll go
Glowcast.
grab something.
we can go grab. Yeah, we got 30 minutes left, so you want to go grab something real
We
quick?
should still have light until then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
should be
tell
okay. You tell your dream.
Oh,
I'll just
sorry.
grab one real quick.
Yeah.
My first memory was, I think it's either my aunt and uncle's wedding, but I had a dream about it. That's what happened to
So
that
you had a
tangent.
dream about your first memory.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
interesting.
How
old were
and then
you?
I was describing to my I was like 1.5 or something like that.
Wow.
And then later, when I was like just barely able to walk, I remember, and my parents were still together. They got divorced when I was like 3.5. Or they were split when I was like 3.5. So it was before that. I was like, I can remember like the smell. Oh, does everyone have one of those lamps? I had to leave that lamp in Vancouver. It's one of the
the lady leg lamps.
the lady leg lamps. Yeah, mine's a little bit. Does the bottom glow too? Oh, it's
Yeah.
great. I love the bottom. It's a
Does.
great nightlight.
It's from A Christmas Story.
Mhm, it's the Christmas Story leg lamp.
Anyways.
Anyways, it was the setting. I walk through I remember I'm holding like a picture I've just drawn with crayons, and I walk through the laundry room. It's like the smell of the dryer smell.
Oh,
and like
the dryer
the
smell.
dog food that's being held in like the laundry room is like the dog room.
Uh-huh.
And then they've like redone the garage into the master bedroom. And there's I remember like opening like just like I could barely like reach the knob and like and there's opening it and there's a skylight down on their waterbed. And my dad is just like somehow on a waterbed, like just giving it to my mom, just like full on, like haunched over like a gorilla, just giving it to her.
Just
And I can't see her
German
luckily, but I just remember like when I finally realized, like I remember like later when I was a little older, I was like when I like knew what sex was, I was like, oh, that's what that was.
You saw your parents play.
Yeah, but I remember just like going like, oh, I'll come back later, you know, and.
Oh,
I just remember just like closing it and just, like I remember like watching it for a second and just like going,
You're like, this is not good.
I don't know.
Understand what's happening.
Like I just knew I knew it was not time to interrupt this though. This is something very bizarre and I was not gonna confront.
And that was your first memory, was walking in on your parents? Yeah. That's rough.
Got a lot of demons.
Yeah, got a lot of demons. Well, I mean, I was thinking originally that my first memory was at the time my brother stabbed me in the thumb with a steak fork.
See, it's always gonna it's something
something
jarring.
traumatic.
It's something,
Yeah.
I think something-
But-
it's like the X-Men. Like it's
my brother
your memory
going
gets
to
triggered.
kindergarten was very traumatic for me.
I do vaguely remember being at my dad's cousin's wedding when I was 3 because it was like this big deal that he was teaching me how to hold up 3.
Oh, okay.
And it was like everybody was all impressed, and Randy taught Monica how to hold 3 fingers up. But I don't remember, like chronologically, I'm not sure which one of those happened first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, see, that's the problem with mine. Is
You
I
gotta
don't
have-
know if playing video games with other people's family, if that was before my brother going to kindergarten or after. I have no idea.
See, you need like a
No-
divorce or something like that. To
I have
happen,
no
right?
timeline.
Yeah.
Like that's like as far back as I can remember.
Well, it can't be. Like you need a life that's kind of like always like sort of tumultuous. I think.
some
Yeah.
big,
'Cause
so
then
you can use
you
it
know,
as a
like, oh, it was
landmark.
before this horrible
You
thing.
know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I actually just realized the candy stop that my mom's friends owned a candy shop in Alaska Land, which is this theme park in Fairbanks.
Alaska
Oh,
Land.
you know,
Now
they
it's-
own the candy stop in Alaska Land.
Yeah, now
You
it's
gotta go.
called Pioneer Park is what it's called, but it's fucking Alaska. It's actually where Sarah
It's
Palin retired the governorship of Alaska. Anyway, but I used to go there and get candy from them, and I remember that, and I was really young for that too. But I don't know if this is before or after. I have no idea. This could all be in my mind.
Is it a dream or is it real?
It's real. It's
Okay.
real. I feel like, but I don't know.
I remember a couple of like things where I knew I hadn't gone to kindergarten yet. Like I know,
Yeah,
like the ice cream man was hitting on my mom, and it was very like, whoa,
So yeah,
You're
that's
like,
that's
okay.
the good thing about my like time is I know if I was in Fairbanks, I had not gone to kindergarten yet because when I moved to Eagle River was when I started kindergarten.
Okay.
so
Okay.
that's
See, there you go.
so I know it's before that, which means 4 years old, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that 4? And 5 you go to kindergarten.
5 is kindergarten. Yeah.
Yeah, so it must have been 4.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Well,
I have no idea.
Did you go to preschool at all?
Don't think I. No, I did.
Yeah, I went to preschool.
Now I'm
so
remembering
that's 4,
shit.
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
4
I
is
guess,
3.
yeah, I
Yeah.
never really thought hard enough
Yeah,
about
so maybe
this.
I was 3.
Yeah.
So I had to be 3 for the wedding because we were working on 3.
Yeah, we're on 3s.
But then it had to be before preschool that Moshwan stabbed me with a steak fork. So,
A steak fork?
I don't know. Yeah.
What's a steak fork?
Like the 2.
oh,
Whatever.
No,
you poke a steak with it.
yeah. That's. But I
What
didn't.
do you call that?
I don't know what
you
it's.
know what
I
it is.
should know. That's a steak fork.
steak
I think you're
fork.
right. I
Right.
think you're right about that.
Like you not to like you're eating, but
No.
when you're making
Yeah,
a
when you're, like-
steak.
oh, I eat. With
I know
a steak
exactly
fork.
what you're talking about.
Everything.
The two-pronged.
It's
yeah,
Two-pronged.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're
Because
talking
I
about. I can picture it in my head.
vividly
movies.
remember
to pin
holding,
down my live mice and cut them in half.
right.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Holding the top
you eat
to
every
like
day.
a the top to like a toy
boa.
bin, that you could take off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was holding it in front of me because he was like fucking around, and I was like, "Don't do it! Stop, Moshman, stop!" And he's like, "I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." And then like my
course.
thumb was around the side of the thing, and he just got both sides of it, like
Just on accident. It was accidental. Though.
He was. Well, I
No,
don't-
yeah, when you-
he
but when
was
you're-
fucking
But
poking.
when you're stabbing the air at somebody, I don't know
He's
how accidental
9
you
years
can,
older
yeah.
than I am. Like it was like
Yeah.
he had to be. If I was 3, then he would have been 12, right? Like
I'm
he
just
didn't know what
saying,
he
it
was
seems
doing.
completely justified by Mosh.
Are we
All
playing
right.
the Mr. Brightside on this guy now?
Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside is the fun name
For the
That's
podcast?
Nice, yeah.
No, that's what Adam Carolla calls it. You can't do that.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Just letting you know.
That's funny. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so
I haven't listened to him forever. Were you guys Carolla guys?
I would watch
No.
the old man.
Yeah.
I watched the old man show when it was Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla, but I
Yeah.
was so young and I was just like, boobs.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
what it came down to.
He's really good at improvising, but yeah, definitely he's
I just remember watching the Man Show a couple of times and being like, I know you guys like this, but I don't. Like it makes
I didn't
me
like
feel.
the Man Show. I just liked
It
his
makes me.
radio.
I think that's when I was like, maybe I'm a 6-year-old feminist. I don't know. Like this is not good.
but
Get
that's
off the trampoline, girl.
But it's also like it's what it's called, and that's what it's also. It is
Right.
what it is.
Yeah, they
literally.
played
It's Maxim
into that.
Magazine. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Like you can't get mad at Maxim Magazine for being Maxim Magazine.
right. I'm fine with that.
Want to do the top 5 turnaround? So I can now explain
Yeah.
the rules, the real rules to you.
The real rules.
This is the actual.
So this is when you and I are
game.
on a team right now.
Uh-huh.
Dan, look at me. Look at me. Look
Oh,
at my eyes,
sorry.
Dan. Look at my eyes, Dan.
Like what?
We're on the same
Don't.
team.
I'm looking.
We're on the same team right now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We are going to get a list of the 5 worst somethings, and we have to spin them positive. Okay.
Okay.
And we're doing this together. All right.
Okay.
Don't fail me.
Okay.
Have you
I'm
bought
just
in
kidding.
as hard as Mike is? He's
Wait, that was just the
fucking
was that
halftime
the,
pep talk.
the warm-up
That
round?
was the warm. I'm really. This
This
is
is
like
a
my
general-
This
the
is
15-minute warm-up
this
round.
is my favorite game. This is what I live for every week.
Okay.
So I find a list of the worst 5 something.
Mhm.
Now I'm going to tell you,
Oh, this
and
is
you
exciting.
tell me why. So okay, so this week
I'm gonna lay down
'Cause
Get
you're-
so used to it.
you know some stuff about restaurants. Mike also knows
Loves
some
restaurants.
things about restaurants, but on the other side
Mhm.
of
I love restaurants.
The eating side.
Of the window?
eating side.
The enjoyment side
On
of
the
restaurant.
other
Yeah.
side of the counter.
The part that's enjoyable to be at a restaurant.
So this is the 5 worst chain restaurants.
I think this list isn't true. I don't think it's possible.
You don't think it's
I
possible?
don't think it's a possible.
There's a
thing.
lot of chain restaurants.
There
So
are.
you guys are going to tell me why it's so good and you should eat there.
I could see
I
myself
have to
getting
do that. I don't-
real
but I-
offended during
I
this
know.
list.
Oh, man, this
It's
is-
not. There's
I'm
a
not
few
saying-
that will upset you, but don't worry. Narnia is
I'm
not
just,
on here.
I'm just really
It's
selling
good
out by
though.
doing this because I don't like chain restaurants.
I know.
'Cause I'm
Exactly.
a snob.
You know what, Dan?
Very
This was
positive.
all. This is all our way of turning you to the dark side.
I
So
know.
get over here.
I will-
Embrace it.
If I'm high, I'll eat
let
anywhere.
the processed
though. I'll eat
cheese flow
anything.
through you. All right, first
God.
one.
All right.
Fucking American
This
cheese.
one,
Number
number 5.
Yeah.
Are you? This one's gonna upset you. Are you
Okay,
ready?
you ready?
All right. Number 5 on the worst chain restaurants: Olive Garden.
No, I agree with this. No, I can't even.
You
Oh,
can't even.
I
I
can't.
feel like I don't have a team
You already
right
gave
I
now.
up.
have never left there without throwing up.
Really?
Literally, every time I went there, I've thrown up.
Is it just because you eat too much, or is it because
Yes.
it's bad?
I'm a glutton, and also it's bad.
Do you
Okay.
only? I only
Cheap
go.
ingredients and too much
I
of it.
only go during Never-Ending Pasta Bowl season. That's when I go, and it's like kind of the.
Mike eats in seasons.
It's a big focal. It's a big focal point of my girlfriend and I's relationship.
how many seasons are there in your in Mike's food calendar?
12. It's monthly, and
The Coletta calendar.
Oh.
But I honestly, the positives for Olive Garden is I think people like. Some people look at it as fancy. I know it's bad, but like some people, that's their place to go,
It's really a bummer.
and it makes them happy. And you
but
gotta
it shouldn't be happy. They're stupid.
oh, see, Dan can't play the game.
No, you have
No,
to
no,
find
I will.
something
I have
good.
to. I will.
Get
No,
on board.
I've-
Play the game.
It gives a
The
lot of
breads-
people.
The breadsticks are good.
The breadsticks are Anthony Calderon, our friend, used to make the breadsticks there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I gotta talk to Anthony. I
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
talk
there
his
he
ear
is.
off about this.
Oh yeah,
The
he
breadstick
worked.
guy.
Yeah, you don't remember his first like 3 years of comedy where he had the breadstick joke?
Oh yeah.
He's a good friend of ours.
What an idiot.
Baby Dracula.
Just kidding. Baby Dracula.
Oh man. Okay, Here's the thing. Olive Garden, I went to go there a lot, and my grandfather, I always ate for free there. Never paid for a meal at Olive Garden because I was never
Now you feel good.
not my choice.
It's definitely an old person spot.
It's like
we're going to a fancy dinner at the
Yeah,
Olive Garden.
no one's going to Olive Garden by themselves usually. Like it's a thing that you and your friends like to do together. Like that's your place, or it's like a big you got all your family
I'd
together.
go by myself.
Yeah, it's always with our whole family.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
I would go by myself.
But you just said
when you're here,
you
your
have a
family, because I wouldn't be
sentimental-
there without my family,
Right,
or I
you
would
better be.
hanging
yeah,
in a
it's sentimental
closet.
for other people, but
Yeah.
I would
No,
go by
I'm saying
myself.
you have a sentimental tie to it because of Katie,
Well, let's
Katie-
just
what?
say her name.
his girlfriend. Should we say her name all the time?
I do.
Is she girlfriend now?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend now.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
God.
We're
pretty
she living
sweet.
here, up in northern.
She lives up in the northern area.
past
But-
the
world.
wall.
Yeah,
But
past the
that's
wall.
your
She's
thing.
in the
Like
north.
you have a
She's a White Walker.
She's a
special
white.
thing. She's a white woman.
She's not even a wildling.
She's a wildling woman. Game of Thrones.
But yeah, I feel like everyone, like my friend Cassidy and I, would always go to Olive Garden. That's like our
and
thing.
that's like
So
a
you
thing
have like a.
that people do, and for some reason,
But doesn't it get you mad when you get your meal? Aren't you just like, God damn it?
I am.
Wish this was good.
I am full
I
of
could make this
regret.
at home.
Yeah, I could
That's
really-
what
yeah.
normally
I do
think,
get-
but-
I learned how to cook by just going, that's what I don't do.
I do feel full of regret sometimes when I eat there, without a doubt. But I've never thrown up from their food.
I've
I have
threw
an
up-
iron stomach, though. I feel like as far as throwing up goes.
Yeah.
Throwing up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to. I think I'm allergic to pasta.
Erodium.
Erodium.
Yeah.
Erodium.
That's when I go.
Keeps
when
Imodium in the car.
I keep Imodium in the car for the road trip.
Oh, I get it. Erodium sounds like a new element.
It's a new wonder
For-
drug.
yeah.
It is.
It's an element.
Comes out of Mike's
diarrhea
asshole.
element. Yeah. We found a new element in Michael's asshole. Erodium.
Yeah, but Olive Garden, when you're there, you're with friends.
You're with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're with
Probably.
Grandpa Jack.
Yeah.
And he's treating everybody.
Well,
He
that,
is.
look
He's
at
the
that.
breadwinner, yeah.
That's fun.
Mhm, he's a
All right.
patriarch.
That's good. All right.
You get
Sentimental value.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Is it gonna hurt me?
Number 4. Maybe. TGI Fridays.
I have no
Never-
affiliation with
never
TGI
been there.
Fridays. I've eaten there one time in my life, and I was unimpressed.
Really? All right.
Yes.
Well, say something good about it.
Say something good about it. It is a place I feel like office people go. Like I feel like
Like at the end of the week?
Like at the end of the week, you're like, let's go to TGI. I feel like Applebee's, TGI Fridays, and Chili's are all in that vein
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
we're done. Office is done. Let's
Where
go
do
to
we
happy
go?
hour.
It's Friday. It's in the name.
Yeah, let's go there. Also, without TGI Fridays, how would I know what frozen food not to buy? Because they have TGI Fridays brand frozen food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I've never bought it
Is it?
before.
It's not as good as Tyson's products, right?
No, it's not as good as Tyson's products. It's pretty bad.
The only TGI Fridays I've eaten are
Pizza
the
rolls.
loaded potato skins that come out of the vending machines.
Oh yeah,
They got into the vending machine market early for some reason.
They did, and you know what? That might be the positive spin of
Yeah.
those loaded potato skins.
Those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good for a snack
for a
food.
chip. Yeah, for
For
a
a chip.
if you're stuck at a in
Gas
army
station.
barracks or whatever.
If you're stuck in a Jiffy Lube in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
you can probably get those potato skins.
What else? They have the hot fries too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been to a TGI Fridays. Now that
I'll
I
like-
think about
TGI
it.
Fridays.
We didn't really have
So what's
that.
good about it is that if it weren't for TGI Fridays, it wouldn't be for. I'm trying to start TGI Tuesdays.
TGI.
I want to make because I think Tuesday needs a better.
It should
no
be-
one
Going up
I think
on a
the
appreciates
message.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I think the message of TGI
Yeah.
Fridays is every day is Friday. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's fun. You should be excited.
It's too much
to be
pressure.
here.
Fridays. Too much
Maybe
pressure.
that's the positivity
Every
of
day
it.
is Friday.
Every day is Friday. That's
it's
why you
Friday-
go to TGI Fridays. When you're there, you feel like every day is
No,
Friday and you're living a fun life.
Tuesday's good.
Every
Because
day
if you're
is
at home alone on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, you feel good about it.
That's true.
I feel like I'm doing a bit, but I'm not. Now I have a bit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Writing with Dan Duarte.
Right.
Right.
Next one.
Next one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Applebee's.
Applebee's
Ooh.
half-price appetizers
Yeah.
is the greatest marketing scheme
Yep.
in the history
Yep.
of chain restaurants. That's the positive spin.
Yep.
That's the reason to go.
Yep.
Next one.
Nope. Hold on. Wait, did I get to go?
Oh, you can go. Sorry.
Can I
Go
speak
ahead.
my piece?
He's
I'm
just
sorry. I'm a
jumping all
terrible.
over you right
I'm a terrible team.
I don't like Applebee's. I've eaten there with my grandma. She loves it. I go there and I'll get
Right. My
some-
mom and I go there a lot.
I'll get the quesadilla burger or maybe like some sort of
When Monica
Santa
and I
Fe.
first started being friends, we went to Applebee's with a gift card.
But they give veterans. They were one of the first people to give veterans a free meal on Valentine or on
On
I wish,
Valentine's Day.
I wish it was Valentine.
You're a veteran. You're probably alone.
Bunch of
Get in here.
lonely veterans.
But without them, no one else. Like everyone has jumped on the bandwagon. Like last year, I got to go to like Ivers, and like the year before, I went to like Outback Sizzler,
They
like
do
Red Robin.
seem ahead of the curve
Yeah.
on the marketing thing.
Mhm.
You
Is
know.
Sizzler on this list?
No.
Oh man.
Sizzler's on the list.
I
Yeah,
went
for
to
free.
Sizzler.
Yeah.
I went to Sizzler on my birthday.
It's not
for
good.
free.
I went for free. It was still bad.
I went on my birthday and I spent $18.
You don't think it tastes
And
better when it's
Monica,
I did not survive a war to eat this shit.
Monica might have seen me genuinely at my worst at one
Yeah.
point. I ate so much at Sizzler on my
Really?
birthday this
What'd you-
year.
What did you do? What did you go
got
for? What's your pile?
I got the big steak for the $12.99 steak and potatoes, and then I got the salad bar that's unlimited with it, and I ate a lot.
What do you get on your salad bowl?
Oh, ready
pile?
for it?
Yeah.
The romaine lettuce,
Okay. Yeah.
the
Sturdy.
carrots,
Uh-huh.
the peas,
Gross.
the ranch dressing,
Okay.
Yelling
croutons,
everything.
and bacon bits.
Sunflower seeds?
Nope, don't go sunflower
Why
seeds.
the fuck
I
not?
love sunflower.
Because I am a.
They did all the
I'm
work from shelling. Like, remember
Yeah.
people give you a bet, like as a kid, and they're like, your dad would be like, "Here, have some of these," and you're like, "They're in the shell."
We've
This is
talked
the
about
worst.
this. Monica's really good at doing it. I can't eat it.
I can't do it. I just chew them all up and
Love 'em.
swallow the shards, and then
Maybe
I
Monica
painful
Monica
poos later.
can teach me how to do
Tears
it.
up your throat.
Maybe Monica can teach us how to chew sunflower seeds one day.
I can do it. I just don't want to.
Yeah, it's a lot of
I
work.
love
It's like tying a cherry stem every seed.
It's the only way you
Like a
can take a
puzzle.
drink is you have to
Crack it like a little birdie.
tie it with. It gives me something to do in the car. Otherwise, I'll just keep eating
Yeah.
actual food.
If I quit smoking, I'll probably start chewing.
Sunflower seeds?
Yeah.
Or tobacco.
I
Does that help?
do like chewing tobacco, unfortunately.
I have a lot of friends. Most of my friends that live in Washington chew tobacco, actually.
It's a Washingtonian thing,
It
man.
is. It is a chew.
I have
It's
a
a
lot of my
Northwest.
friends from high school
Mhm.
chew. That's
Like
it.
girls would
Wow.
rather have you chew than smoke for sure.
I think it's gross. I think chewing's really gross.
It doesn't smell, but at least like
You just don't leave it around. Is really all I.
Yeah, you
like
just can't leave your spitters.
cans. Yeah.
nothing's worse than thinking it's your beer and just taking a full warm pull of somebody. You're like, wintergreen beer, what's that? And then you way worse than a cigarette butt. Yeah.
Makes
So what
me
was your
wanna throw
Applebee's
up.
thing? The Veterans Day
You will.
thing.
What's it?
Applebee's was Veterans Day. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to push us forward.
Yes,
we're
that's positive.
we're taking a long time, which is fine.
Yeah.
We're very comfortable with one another, and we have to have you on for a part two. Is what's going
Thanks.
on?
Oh, good.
Are
Yeah.
we're not.
We're at 49 minutes right now.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
go through
number 4, Perkins. Do you know what Perkins
Perkins?
is?
Yes,
It's a
yes.
diner
Perkins.
chain.
It's a diner.
And I like Perkins a lot. I think it's better than IHOP, personally.
See, I was
Mm-hmm.
interested that they
I-
chose Perkins over like Denny's, IHOP,
24
Sherry's, like all those.
24-hour diners. I think Perkins is actually a bigger chain, like Denny's. Like I think it's way bigger.
Didn't
than the East
Catton's
Coast.
buy them out, I
I'm sure,
believe?
but-
Because in Federal Way it was the Pioneer Pies, and then it became a Perkins. Where the fuck is that? And then like, they got Catton's, and we're like, God knows what
Really?
that is either. And then I don't know what it is. It's probably like a Vietnamese pho
No,
restaurant.
I'm looking
now,
at Perkins Restaurant and Bakery right now to see who it's owned by.
Are they still around?
Yep.
Have you looked up the
They
Applebee's
started in
origin story?
1958. No.
Oh, you should do a whole segment, a whole hour on that crazy Applebee's.
Really?
Just go to their website, the origin website, at some point. Like one of the owners was cataloging things for a little bit.
This is what I'm gonna. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna go down this rabbit
Anyway,
hole tonight
sorry.
together.
I'm gonna go down this Applebee's rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But Perkins, as I think any 24-hour dining institution is a good thing
yeah.
because you
Oh,
need,
like that,
you need
yeah.
that. You need that.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't know they're 24 hours.
You need a place to go when you're 18 and you can't do anything.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And
I
that's
agree with
what
that.
those
Could you
restaurants.
smoke in there? Oh, you was banned
Nah,
probably when you were
probably
a kid.
when I was a kid. Yeah.
Mm.
But could you
Because-
smoke in there?
In Denny's we did.
You know, in Alaska,
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
very much free reign on smoking inside. It really throws me.
It's
off.
the only way to eat, honestly.
It really throws me off.
It really makes me feel good to have like a burning cigarette. It's in my face, like
While
just
you eat?
It's
Thinking
stinging
about-
my eyes.
How much more people
Eating my salad.
smoked or what? Like there was always
Smothered hash
those
browns.
commercials for not falling asleep with your
Yeah.
cigarette. Like that's why you needed a smoke alarm. And I was like, how that had to happen
Oh.
so often that people were just smoking in the house and
It's awful. I
fell asleep.
delivered mail for a lady, and she would always answer the door like she would like be covered in ash and had like burns all over her shirt. I'm just like, she's gonna die any day. I'm gonna come here and it's just gonna be on fire.
Yeah, it's
And I'm
scary.
too
man.
late.
It's
Here's
scary.
your
She's too heavy for me to carry out of the house.
Here's your mate.
Ready?
Is this number one or is this
Number
two?
one.
Number
This
one.
is number one. Worst chain restaurant is Sbarro.
Sbarro Pizzeria.
That's not true.
That
is not true.
at all.
It's exactly what it looks like.
It's exactly. It's,
It's
in
in
a
a
mall.
hot red
It's in
food
a,
light.
It's in a mall. It tells you exactly what's
Yeah.
happening, and you're just like,
Yeah.
I need any
Uh-huh.
form of pizza at
Yeah.
any time, and that's your pizza
And they're like,
craving.
here
It's
you
the
go.
color of like like it's next to like it feels like you're in a roller rink when you're at a Sparrow.
does.
Like if you
Yeah.
look behind it, it's so dark and like red in there that
Yeah.
you turn around and you see like and people skating around, and
I like
I'm
that.
holding onto the carpeted wall.
Let's get some roller rink pizza.
Trying to get to the
Why aren't
arcade.
there more carpeted walls?
Well, exactly.
That's the real question.
I know. I'm so
I'm
clumsy.
converting
Awesome.
everything in our apartment to carpeted walls.
Hardwood floors, carpeted walls.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
For sound dampening.
Beauty. Love it.
Why aren't we doing that, honestly?
I don't know.
Is it too
we
hot?
should. Maybe.
I think your carpets would stay cleaner if they were on the walls.
For sure.
For sure. But then you have to vacuum your walls. That's kind of difficult.
Would you?
I am vacuuming my wall. Oh, man, vacuuming
Less
my wall
often
sounds
than
like
you
so
have
much.
to vacuum the floor.
What do you do? Oh, sorry, I'm just vacuuming my walls.
Vacuuming walls. That's great.
Want to take the quiz?
Yeah,
It's like painting, but worse.
quiz.
Quiz. Today's
pretty
quiz.
solid.
We take a dumb internet quiz every episode.
Okay.
And this internet quiz is, what type of grilled cheese are you? Grilled cheese
Oh.
sandwich. And so what's the way this is going to work is I'm going to tell you the questions and you're going to give me
Yep.
answers, and I'll fill out the quiz for you, so it's a surprise to see what
Yeah.
kind of grilled cheese you are.
Ooh.
Do you like grilled cheeses?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I won't go to the restaurants that sell them because I'm like, I can do that myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. We actually went to the Angels game, and they have a gourmet grilled cheese stand
Uh-huh.
as one of their big selling points, and I'm like, no.
I'll do it at one point, but I'm not. It's the price point for
They
me.
had
It's
a
like,
short rib one though, like a short
Ooh.
rib grilled cheese. They ran out of it, but
Okay.
they still. And then there was like,
But still,
I got
it's like-
tomato and arugula.
fucking-
All right. The first
George
question
Foreman.
is, what song lyric are you? So I'm going to read you the song lyrics. I've got a fire for a heart. I'm not scared of the dark. Don't fall in love with the moment and think you're in love with the girl.
No.
Because I see sparks fly whenever you smile. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had. You should go and love yourself. Or we only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times.
Ooh.
Do any of those tickle your fancy?
I have a unique inability to remember any song lyrics.
So
Perfect.
Barely, even my own, I'll forget.
do you think you
So
should?
I literally could not understand what you're saying. When a song comes on, I don't like. They're like, oh, he's talking about this. I'm like, what?
I think I'm going to go with you only said
Which lyric do I? Is that a whole chunk of a whole verse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like each one's an individual lyric.
Oh,
Here.
you got to space them out.
Here,
I got-
just read them. It's okay.
Okay.
I picked you should go and love yourself. So
Oh, well, could I see if
because that's babers.
I'm definitely not scared of the dark. Or I'm definitely scared of the dark. Is good. We can only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
you?
for sure me.
You died
Yeah.
100
Oh
times?
god, every day.
right.
Every day on the street, I have a fantasy relationship with somebody that we live out, and I have to come back to reality. And
Dead
I do that too.
fly.
do you? Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
Like, what do they look
I have
like when
so
they're
many
old?
Hypothetical relationships.
Do you ever feel like a good job for you would be like aging those kids that are in the missing section?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Don't fall in love with the moment and think you're in love with the girl. That's what I'm going to choose. That's Michael at high school.
Okay.
What are you doing on
Diary.
Saturday night? Hanging out with friends, partying, sleeping, watching Netflix, watching YouTube videos, or baking. I am going to say hanging out with friends because it's Saturday night and I'm hanging out with friends.
I'd say all the above.
Ooh.
There's no all you can above option. Though. You
But
gotta choose
that's
one.
my night though. Every one of those.
Every
things.
one of those things?
Yeah.
Dan's inviting his friends over for a party.
Yep.
And then they're watching Netflix
Yep.
and YouTube videos, and then he bakes us something.
Exactly.
And then we all go to sleep.
Yep.
Together?
Yep.
In a
Sure,
pile?
In a pile.
I'm going to say
What's
watching
your favorite-
Netflix.
Puppy
Okay,
pile.
if that's all your night, what's
On a
your
floor
favorite
bed.
part of that?
What's my favorite? Where's the pot at?
The pot's probably during Netflix.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think.
that part. That part.
Before the baking, because
Oh,
you're baking.
pot's all the way through this. Pot's all the invisible
Yeah.
steps between those things.
Yes.
Netflix, YouTube, baking, sleeping, partying, or hanging out with friends. What do you choose, Dan?
I like baking. Yeah.
Baking? I like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah.
That is baking.
Although I
isn't it?
don't really bake that much.
Baked baking.
All right, Dan. Pick a cheese.
Yeah.
Mozzarella, cheddar, brie, Gouda,
It got so
Feta.
boring after the
burrata. Burrata?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's like younger mozzarella.
Ooh.
It's like it's like sour cream cheese.
What are you
kinda.
going to choose between those cheeses, though?
I chose brie. I love brie.
like brie?
Mozzarella, cheddar, brie, Gouda, Feta, or burrata?
Gouda. Yeah, Gouda. Like it's good
Gouda?
smoked
You like a good Gouda?
Yeah.
Gouda? You like some Gouda
But
cheese?
I will say I was thinking brie, but she said it already, and I can't order the same thing as somebody else at a restaurant.
I like
yeah.
cheddar a
It
lot.
gives us more variety.
It
in
does,
the-
yeah.
in the
I
results.
love cheddar cheese more than anything in the world.
Cheddar's pretty. You like
Pick
the
a drink.
the stiff. You like the stiff cheddar?
I like
Sharp?
I like
Like
any
sharp?
cheddar. Yeah, I didn't like sharp cheddar, and now I do.
Yeah, it's good.
Um,
The Cougar Gold stuff.
Oh, Cougar Gold
It's the
is
shit.
the shit.
Don't get
$50 a
started.
wheel. Oh my god.
Oh my god, soda.
Order yours now.
Pick a drink: soda, water, beer, juice, coffee, or tea.
Oh,
What do you-
juice.
Juice? You like it?
Yeah.
You're a juice man?
I'm a good juice man.
Tea. Love tea.
Yeah. Over tea. Over juice though.
Yeah.
I guess if somebody else has already made it and cooled it down
I do
for me.
like juice, but
I like tepid drinks.
I like tea.
I'm gonna
me
say
feel
I'm a
better about
soda.
myself.
It does.
I'm a soda.
Coffee's too anxiety.
I'm a soda
Yeah.
guy. I like soda. Pick a subject: art, math, science, PE, history, or English. I'm gonna choose science.
Art.
Yay.
PE.
Art?
Yeah. Who wants to? What? You can play with crayons, or you can have to like do things that are hard. No
you
way.
can do anything you want with art. That's
Uh-huh.
kind of fun.
Ooh, we both got different ones. You and I did. So, Monica, do you want to go first?
I don't even know how you make this, but yes. It doesn't
Alright.
say what it says about me, but I got a funfetti grilled cheese.
What?
Right?
What is a funfetti grilled
I don't
cheese?
know. Maybe
does it have-
like a cream cheese
ew.
frosting type
Oh,
of thing.
oh,
with
it gives
the
you-
sprinkles. You can
it's-
see the picture. If you
So
want.
is the they're using the. So I thought the bread would be the. So no, they're doing this wrong. You can't.
Can you do like a
That looks
what if you put like
disgusting.
a graham
that's like
cracker?
dessert cheeses,
Yeah.
right?
Thing or
That's like
something.
dessert
Like-
cheeses, right?
Is there dessert? Are
Is
there
there-
sweet
well, yeah,
cheeses?
like you can use like mascarpone or something like that, right? Or
Mhm.
sweet cheese.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can use burrata. Honestly, it's like using the sour cream.
Oh.
Mozzarella's. You can make sweet.
Oh, really?
But here's the thing. I think they should be like a cupcake. So funfetti is like the cake that like Betty Crocker,
Yeah.
right?
Right,
So it should be
right.
cake
With the
bread
sprinkles.
with
Oh, yeah.
with sprinkle
Yeah,
frosting.
I mean maybe.
and then
it's-
mascarpone in between.
What if you put like
with
a
mascarpone in between.
banana bread on the outside? or
Oh, I
something?
love banana
like,
bread. God.
Oh, I
dude.
love banana bread. Banana bread's so
We're
good.
gonna need to go make all. Of
I like
Yeah.
banana bread without nuts, though. I know it seems untraditional to some, but I don't like it with nuts.
You can have it any way you want.
Yeah, I prefer without nuts as well.
Yeah.
I like it without nuts. I like it hot, and I like a little bit of
A little butter.
on
on
it.
Yeah,
it,
there you
It's
go.
got to have some butter on
Yeah.
it.
Amazing.
That's-
I got this quiz knows me so well. I got a bacon grilled cheese.
A bacon.
Oh, there you
okay,
go.
That's pretty
Just
solid.
bacon.
Just
nothing else?
bacon, cheese,
Wait,
Does it say
which
what
is
kind
what
of
I
cheese?
tried to order. It looks like cheddar in the picture, which is what I tried to order at the Angels game, and they sold out. So you know what? Fuck you, Anaheim.
Well, they were closing up.
Way to go, Anaheim.
Anna's Hyman. Thank
we
you.
call it. What did
I get?
The best
Did I get
thing I've
anything?
ever said.
Yes, you did.
What did I get?
Do you want to guess what you got? You got kind of a fancy one.
I don't
feel
know what it's. She got a.
Yours is-
she got a make believe one.
Yours
It's true.
is you got a 4 cheese grilled cheese.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It looks,
yeah,
What
yeah.
are the-
very
does it
fancy.
say
It looks
what
like it's got some
cheeses?
That's the end
artisanal
of my
bread.
day right there. Yeah.
Looks like an artisanal bread.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do I have some nice like tomato bisque to dip that
Yeah.
in?
Oh, that's the thing
that's
is you
my
got to have
favorite
tomato
fucking
soup with
Yeah.
it.
snack.
Oh,
God.
if you don't, then
To get the fuck out of here.
it's just it really
I say.
really that's just a shovel
You
for
don't
the that's a shovel for the soup.
It is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just a big
Sandwiches are
crouton
just
with
soup
cheese.
shovels.
Yeah.
Big cheesy crouton.
Uh huh.
Soup shovels. It's hard to
Soup
say.
shovel. Soup shovel.
Soup shovels.
You guys want to go get tomato soup and grilled cheeses right now?
That's
Yeah.
it's a soup plantation.
I'm like, could we make? Is this soup plantation good? I've been hearing a lot of commercials about
People
it.
like it. I just don't like the word plantation.
Me either. That's so
Either.
funny. I was thinking
Yeah,
about that
true.
the other
That's a
day.
good. That's a good point.
I'm like,
that's a weird
"Ooh,
word.
Why haven't they changed their name? Like,
Yeah, it's a weird word.
I mean,
agree
it's not
with
like
you.
Redskins or anything, but it's still like not
Soup
great.
Redskins.
Welcome to
You guys haven't been
Redskin
there?
Soup Plantation.
Yeah, I also don't go to Redskins games either.
Yeah.
Oh, my
man.
goodness, Monica! I think it's time for the charity. I think we're
Ready for
getting
a dope human being in a charity?
Yep, we're at an hour exactly right
I
now.
was, I guess inspired by the unfortunate loss of Prince this week. Or last week, I guess it would be last week. So I like looking up what charities celebrities are into. And so I looked, and he was actually like super charitable, but he did it super quietly. Like he would just like donate all this money and, be like the Beyonce put on the Black Lives Matter concert and he performed and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the big ones that he liked was it's called Rebuild the Dream. And it was started by Van Jones, who was something in the White House, and then he was a CNN guy, correspondent, CNN
yeah.
correspondent, and
Critter.
so it's basically they do a bunch of stuff, but it's hang on, they started the Yes We Code movement, which is our initiative,
Yeah, nice.
which is to get they want to get 100,000 kids.
Well, we're competing with India right now. We just don't know it.
Yeah, 100,000 kids basically into jobs that are in the tech industry from
From a young age, though, too, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I worked with kids where they did coding in their elementary
It's
school.
super helpful for their brain,
Absolutely.
just in development alone. Like,
Our episode last week, we talked about it, and so I thought it would just tie in very well. And that's what they do. But then it's also just like social reform and racial equity, justice, and environmental things. Like it's basically like all the big issues, and we're just rebuilding what we think the American dream is.
yeah.
I
It's
like
actually
it.
super cool. And
I like it a lot.
See, I'm mixed
Yeah.
race, so I feel like the race problem is your all problem.
It's all Eli's problem.
I'm done. I don't have to. I'm mixed up. I'm on all sides.
You're like, I don't know.
I'm done with this fight now. It doesn't matter.
No, it is my problem. I get it.
You got
I've been working on it.
What side of the fence are you on?
Yeah. But yeah,
yeah. No, it's good.
Prince was super involved.
What's it called
with
again?
It.
What's it called again?
It's called Rebuild the Dream.
Rebuild the Dream.
And
Rebuildthedream.com.
Rebuildthedream.com. And so you can read more about it there, and you can also donate, and because you can get on their mailing list and stuff like that if you're interested. It says stuff like, we are the 99%, which that's true. Oh, also super into helping with like student loan debt and whatnot.
Oh, that's a whole nother
It like
podcast on
hits
its own.
like every big thing where you're like, oh my
That's
gosh,
the Lord's
these are
work
the
right
things.
Remember how like when
Right.
Hillary asked like in four emoticons or whatever to like to describe how student debt felt, and it was just hilarious, like the amount of we hate it. Like everyone's just like, oh, like this is I'm not paying. Like I literally was like, I'm never paying back this debt. Like I'm just not going
Right.
to. Why would I?
Like paying back
yeah.
my federal loans?
Yeah.
That hasn't started yet. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're
what are
like,
they
you
gonna
don't
do?
make any money.
Exactly.
I know.
With what money am I going to pay back these loans with?
Yeah,
I'd like
it's the
to,
worst.
but I can't.
was watching Idiot Sitter. Have you guys seen that? It's on
Uh-uh.
Comedy Central. But one of them is really rich, and the other one is supposed to like take care of her, basically.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, you have student loan debt?" She's like, "Well, when you have debt, you just pay it off. Like you just give them money." And she's like, "I don't have money to do that." Like she just didn't understand like how debt worked.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. Oh man!
that's
All right,
funny.
that's my Dan. Do you have any charities or organizations?
Is
you-
Coney 2012 still going on? Have you seen the King of New York pizza downtown in Koreatown, LA?
No.
There's it's Kony pizza on the outside.
Oh, really?
Which I don't know how they haven't changed. It stands for King of New York,
King of New York?
but it says Coney.
That's
Really?
No, I'd say like probably USO tours.
USO tours?
USO tours.
That's a good one.
I was in Iraq, and that was really
We didn't
fun
even
to have.
touch any of that today.
I know we really didn't
have
get to
some.
talk about military
Oh, that's right, because I
we
sidetracked you
got to
guys
do Dan Duarte part
nonsense.
yeah.
2. Duarte part
Well,
2.
that's super fun.
D2. The,
Thank you.
the
Thanks,
mighty
guys.
Duarte. That's what
Well,
we're
you
called.
guys are only doing an hour, and people are doing like 3, 4. Like
Dude,
they're-
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
an
who's
hour-
listening
Ridley
for 3
Yeah, I
hours?
feel like an hour is perfect. You
everyone's
can go to
putting
the
out these
bathroom.
epic. Yeah,
You could hold it for an hour.
You could hold it for an hour if you really get into it.
it's not like I know.
So if you guys need to pee,
Go pee now.
2 more seconds.
just wait till it's over.
You're great.
If you gotta pee, you should just pee. You're wearing headphones, probably.
Yeah.
Just go pee, man.
Let's go.
Don't wait.
That's
Let's
true.
go make
Don't be a
some,
slave to your bladder.
Let's go make some tomato soup and grilled cheeses.
Yes.
But Monica has to eat hers with funfetti frosting.
I'm so sorry.
Gross.
So gross.
Our sandwiches are way better.
Bye-bye.
Bye.